how to do research. I understand the legal system, and I'm tied into some government databases through friends I met during the program, I told him. I know how it feels to be left on your own and not know who your family is. I know the nagging questions that come with parents who aren't there when you're growing up. And I know about office space I can get really cheap on 25th Street over a Jewish deli. Ken plopped himself down on a sofa that, once he'd landed on it, looked like a child's armchair. He took a long pull on his beer, so long, in fact, that it was empty before he spoke again. I wouldn't mind coming home at night and not smelling like Port Elizabeth, he said. Ken's also a deep thinker. It's not that he's unintelligent. He's actually very smart. But he's, let's say, intellectually lazy. If there's a game, any game, on TV, or a certain type of woman, breathing, nearby, he can be a little distracted. Right. You'd be here in Manhattan, you'd be a full partner, and you'd be doing work that will help people like us. His eyes focused sharply on me. There are no people like us, he reminded me. I tilted my head to the right to concede the point. People who have concerns similar to ours, I corrected. Ken nodded, allowing me the distinction. And it'll only cost you a few $1,000s to buy in. I stood up, reaching out my hand for him to shake in agreement. But I hadn't slipped that last point in sneakily enough. Ken sputtered and sat up with a jolt. A few thousand to what? He asked. I've got to put up money for this wacky idea of yours? I'm doing it too, I pointed out. But I'm a little short on operating capital, and it's just while we get started. Franny, my brother said. You have a way of only telling me the part of the story you think I want to hear. His eyes narrowed. How much? There was no point in being coy. About 11,000. That's the security deposit on the office space, some furniture, and a receptionist for a month. 11 grand? Ken huffed. What are you putting in? I'm still paying off student loans, Ken. I haven't been working for 3 years like you. He cocked his left eyebrow. So you're putting in nothing. I'll admit it, I avoided his glance. I wouldn't call it nothing, I said. I'm paying for the first shipment of office supplies and having the place painted. The landlord was having the place painted for nothing, but Ken didn't need to know that. So you need me for muscle and money, Ken said, grinning. Not to mention negotiating advice, because the landlord should be paying to have the space painted. Touché. I put my hand on my hip. Are you in or not? His grin got broader. What do you think? He asked. Evelyn Bannister nodded her understanding at my confusion. The ukulele in question is a Gibson poinsettia, with hand-painted flowers and fret markers. It's quite rare and sought after by collectors. How much is it worth? I asked. Evelyn seemed surprised by the question. I haven't the faintest idea, she said. But you think somehow it can lead to your birth father? I asked, trying to get some idea of the relevance of a small Hawaiian guitar to my job. You are adopted? She nodded. Bannister is the name of my adoptive parents, and they're the ones I've always known. It's really a question of curiosity for me. I was taking notes on my laptop. Why just your father? I asked. Do you have some knowledge of your birth mother? Yes, Evelyn answered, her hand lightly grazing her forehead. It wasn't hot in the office, but Evelyn appeared to be a little damp around the hairline. I reached over and turned on a small electric fan positioned on a file cabinet. It's a classy operation I run. I met her last year after I contacted the agency.